Hi, my name is Ray Naylor, and this is the 33rd episode of the Performing Songwriter. My guests today are Dani Mari and Reverend TJ McGlinchey. Together they have formed a duo called Lovers League, but they also play solo at times. You know, I think you're going to like them a lot, and I'll be back shortly to talk to Dani and TJ, and we'll hear a number of their songs. Well, welcome, Dani Mari and the Reverend TJ McGlinchey. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah.
I always do some research before I do the interview, so I know what I'm talking about with people. You guys have done so much, so many accomplishments. This was the hardest research I had to do. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to ask each of you a general question, and then other things will come up as we go along. Okay. You've done a lot of traveling here in the U.S. Also, you've been in Europe. Mm-hmm. And there are always good things about touring, and there are always things that are not, or aggravating, I guess you'd say. So I want you to just talk a little bit about that.
I guess with touring, there's different things as far as planning and taking care of car travel, whether it's, that way, or airplanes or things like that. So, sometimes that could be the not so fun part about it. Mm-hmm. But I really enjoy going out to different cities and getting to know the different neighborhoods and the different people that live in the town. So I enjoy it.
Okay. TJ, now I was going to ask you, are you really a reverend? But then I found on your website, in fact, that you are.
Yes.
And you do marriages right now.
I do weddings. I have two different ordinations. One is the Universal Ministries, and one is the Church of Flying Spaghetti Monster. I tripped on that a little. But yeah, I've done at least a dozen, if not like 15 different weddings so far. At the end of August, I did 2 in a week.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. What I also wanted to ask you, you've played on the main stage at Philly Fest, and probably all of us that go to the Philly Fest or have gone, that would be a fantasy. Most of us, that never happens to.
Yes.
So what was that like? How did you feel about that?
It was definitely the realization of a fantasy or an aspiration of mine. So in 2012, I joined the Philly Musicians Co-op and played, I think they do more of a showcase selection now, but they had a contest that first time, and I was one of the winners that got a spot on main stage. And of course, I'm going wild, telling everybody about it.
Yeah.
Glad to make my parents proud because they're longtime attendees and volunteers. But it was, really exciting. I put together like a 10-piece band with horns and extra percussion, stuff like that. And then you get up there and you realize that you watch concerts on that stage, for years. And then when I got up there, I was like, wow, this is huge. It's a giant stage. And it's the sound up there on stage for the musicians is incredible, as well as in the crowd.
I mentioned in the introduction that you play solo, but you're a duo called Lovers League. And how did that come about?
Well, we started playing together in the Philadelphia open mic scene, and just kind of jamming on a couple different songs. I'd harmonize on some of TJ's songs and vice versa, and people really liked our voices together. So they were like, you guys should start a band. So we created Lovers League, and basically the whole idea of the group is that we sing each other's songs as duets.
It was a concept for a couple of years,
Right.
And then we recorded one of the first songs on our first album. And that sat for almost a year until we kept working and started recording more songs and writing more, and then actually put together a band. Playing.
Speaking of open mics, I was reading, I guess on your website, you do an open mic or two?
Yeah, I've ran tons of different open mics. I used to do them out in Narberth at the Great American Pub. I used to host the Grape Room for about a year. I do once a month at Connie's Rick Rack. That's about as much as I can handle anymore, is doing once a month.
Well, I'll have to come down. So definitely come down sometime. Okay, our songwriting topic today has to do with both of you have been influenced. I know you've played all kind of music, and you've been influenced by a number of genres. So what my question is, how has that influenced your songwriting? And you can each, why don't we start with Dan?
Okay. I mean, I think as far as my songwriting, I have a lot of. I kind of tend to write in different themes. For example, we have a song called Cowboy, and the lyrics that I wrote for that is, it's all cowboy themed, and you can kind of get some visual parts of riding on a horse and different things like that in the song, but it's not actually about specifically a cowboy. So I do a lot of that kind of theme writing, and then we have another song called Glassjaw, which is a love song, but every sentence in the song is actually related to boxing. So they're all boxing terms related to love.
TJ?
I write a lot of love songs, too.
You've played bluegrass. What are all the things that you've played in the past?
I think my bigger influences are blues. Definitely blues, and like kind of finger-picky folk music, and I would kind of from the beginning have been finger picking, and still use a pick here and then when I need to take a solo, stuff like that. But definitely finger picking and blues.
Has the blues affected your songwriting?
Yeah, definitely, especially the phrasing of vocal lines, just the general format of a verse, of lyrics, that kind of thing. So I try not to be right on a blues type thing, but use it and change it a little.
Okay. I wanted to mention our next show, because we're going to watch a video of this performer. Her name is Sarah McQuaid. She lives in England now, but she was brought up in Chicago, and then she moved to Ireland, I believe, and now she's in England. So she's touring the U.S., but I'm going to talk to her through Skype, because she's going to be in New York City. So anyway, we're going to watch a video of Sarah McQuaid singing one of her songs, and then you guys will be back to do your first two songs.
I didn't know that kiss was coming. I guess I could have started running. Soon as I saw what you were thinking, it serves me right, I shouldn't have been drinking. But anyway, you did, so let's consider, what are we gonna do about it? This little thing that you and me have started tonight is not enough. I might just fall in love with you. What are we gonna do? I wouldn't say that this was unexpected. If you hadn't kissed me, I'd regret it. 'Cause when you leaned my way, I couldn't turn my face from you. What are we gonna do? This could be the edge of something dangerous too. Right now it's all new. I don't know what way to play in the light of day. We might not make it. I don't know if it's real. I don't know how to deal with you. What are we gonna do? about it, this little thing that you and me have started. Tonight is not enough. I might just fall in love with you. What are we gonna do?
This song is called Cowboy.
Cowboy inside my head, telling me to move along. Cowboy inside my head, telling me to move along.
But the city won't let me go. Sheriff's telling me no. The deputy won't let me by.
City's gonna make me die. Oh, 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 oh. One fateful night I slipped down the back door and rode on without turning back. One fateful night I slipped down the back door and rode on without turning back.
The sky had opened up its love, smashed me to the ground. The sky, it opened up its lungs, smashed me to the ground. Oh, 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 oh.
I live behind a pearly gate with that cowboy by my side. Now I live behind a pearly gate with that cowboy by my side.
All right.
This is a song called Hide and Seek.
When I was a little child, play me some hide and go seek. Now that I'm growing old, I'm seeking a place to hide my head. No, you can't hide me. I'm too busy chasing my tail. No, you can't find me. I'm too busy chasing your tail. No, you can't find me. My back is broken, I'm carrying Now that I'm all grown up, you finally found you were to me. Before I hit the floor, you came to sit on me free. No, you can't find me. You're too busy chasing my tail. No, you can't find me. I'm too busy chasing your tail. No, you can't find me.
I like those songs that you did, and you have a lot of stuff on the internet. People can see your videos and get your CDs, which we'll talk about a little bit later, how people can do that. Now, performing topic today has to do with set list. And how do you decide? You do, I know, both original songs and you do some cover songs in your performing. How do you create your set list? Do you have a set list? I know Arlo Guthrie never has a set list. He makes it up on the fly. I couldn't do that. But in terms of yourselves, when you create your set list, what do you think about?
That falls under my realm of responsibilities within the band. For a long time, we started with the same song every time because it was Cowboy, because it was like our first song. It was solid, and that was like, get us warmed up. So I've been trying to put that first, not as much recently. But as a general rule, I like to have a good arc to a set list. And yes, we do use set lists. We don't go on the fly most of the time, just so we know what's next and can, if we want to, go straight into the next song or structure some time for banter and stuff like that. So we want to plan out the set so that we have a good, I like to consider an arc.
I was going to ask you that. Yeah.
So, and I also try to mix it up so that we have, that we don't do all slow songs and then all fast songs, or all loud songs and then all quiet songs. Right. So I try to have a good mix of that, as well as like a good closer, a good opener, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think that's great advice for people, because if you don't do that, people can zone out, especially if you do a bunch of slow songs. In a row.
This may be a little nitpicky, but I don't like to play two songs in the same key in a row.
I only know one chord. So.
Some people might not notice, but that's another thing I like to do.
Well, I never thought of that, but that makes some sense. Yeah. Okay, we're going to hear your last two songs, and we'll let you introduce them when we set you up.
Okay.
The other thing I just started to do is pick someone, anyone, and kind of showcase them either with a video or with a slideshow. So what I have here is a video from a guy named Hans Urick. I don't know if you ever heard of him. And he was actually a guest when I did my previous show, which was streamed live on Ustream. And so we're going to take a look at a video, and then these guys will be back to do two more songs.
Old friends are like chicken soup. They warm you in the winter, are good company, soul food. They make you feel alive, let you cry and smile again. And they walk with you to where the rainbow ends. Old friends are like amazing grace, like wild salmon and cedar in a sacred place. Old friends are the rain that falls and wets the ground. Always welcome when they're around. Years may pass by and you don't hear a thing. Then in the middle of cooking, the phone begins to ring. Old friends are home on far frontier. Thanksgiving dinner, family, laughing tears. Everybody in the kitchen talking all night long, wondering about the world, as we were wondering about the world, as we were wondering about the world and where we belong. Dun, da, da, dun, dun.
All right. This next song is called Thinking It Over.
Stuck in the rut again, going nowhere, going nowhere. Think I'm stuck in a rut again, going nowhere, going nowhere. I think I'll take another walk downtown, take a look at these raining around, have a couple more to clean my head, walk back home and go to the bed. Now I'm up on my feet again, starting over, starting over. Now I'm up on my feet again, starting over, starting over. I think I'll take another walk downtown. I'm getting kinda tired of just hanging around. I think I got enough for just one more. End up back at my front door. getting so used to being around. Walking together hand in hand. I finally found someone who understands. So this is a song called I Need to Know. 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 Do you miss me the way I miss you? Do you kiss me the way I kiss you? I need to know. I need to know. I need to know.
can people learn about you guys? How can they get your CDs? Where you're going to be playing, that type of thing.
I'll let Dani field that.
Yeah, they can go to our website, which is Lovers League Band. And then we're, on every social media site pretty much as Lovers League, so you can find us there.
And you have other people that play with you at sometimes with Lovers League, is that true?
Yep. Our bass player is Christopher Davis Shannon, who also has a solo thing of his own. Our drummer is a guy named Dean Gorfty.
Now, I saw a concert window just last week, I think, and there was another guy playing who played really well, I thought. And was that one of those people that you mentioned?
No, that was Mr. Will Hansa on mandolin. He's been sitting in with us recently, and it's been really cool.
Yeah, I thought he was really good.
Yeah.
Okay, Dani Mari, Reverend TJ McGlinchey, thank you very much for being a guest on the Performing Songwriter.
Thanks for having us.
Okay.
Thanks for having us.
And we'll be back probably in around 2 weeks with Sarah McQuaid. See you then.